Hi guys, welcome to another Lolo sex chat with me. My name is Lolo Cynthia. So today we are talking about why you keep on faking your orgasms. You're not getting anything. You'll be like, yes, I came. But in your mind, you're like, God, rescue me, oh Jesus. A lot of women are unable to have orgasms. I've gotten a lot of questions as well regarding this specific topic. They've been masturbating and they are unable to have orgasms. They are with their partner and they are not having orgasms. They keep on lying and say the thing is sweet, but inside their mind, it's doing them bitty. Now I want to talk about that term. It's called orgasm anxiety or pre-orgasmia. And just like the name stipulates, anxiety and orgasms, when you're in your mind, you're so anxious about the fact that you need to orgasm that it even makes it worse for you. So there's certain things that might lead to orgasm anxiety. I'm going to talk about a few of these things very, very quickly and what you can do to relieve yourself of that orgasm anxiety. Let's get into it. Now, the first reason a lot of women have orgasm anxiety is that they are anxious about their self-image. There's something called inner critical thoughts or intrusive thoughts. Basically, intrusive thoughts, these are just thoughts that come into your mind that are not true. They are not a reflection of the reality, but they just come into your mind and they make you feel so terrible. And the sign of a healthy mind, this is just moving away. The sign of a healthy mind is the ability to get rid of these intrusive thoughts. A lot of us have to deal with intrusive thoughts. Intrusive thoughts about your body image or your self-image can just come in the most random times. You can be with your partner and the first thing you're thinking about is, oh my God, my breast is so small. By the time he touches it, are you sure he's not going to lose his erection? Oh my God, I'm so fat. What if I decide to ride and I break him? These are just intrusive and inner critical thoughts about yourself that make it really difficult for you to relax during sex because it continues to play in your mind. These ideas about your body, these insecurities come out during those moments. This also falls into performance anxiety. A lot of guys suffer from this as well because in their mind they're thinking, oh my God, I hope I'm doing it well. I hope she's not distracted. Is she enjoying it? They are so worried about their performance in that moment that they lose concentration. That's why you hear things like early ejaculation and things like that. But women also deal with performance anxiety. You get on top and you're thinking, oh my God, I hope I'm riding him well. You know, there's doggy style. You're like, am I bent well? Those thoughts come into our mind. So you can have very critical self-thoughts about your body image, and you can also have critical self-thoughts about your performance. The second reason you might have orgasm anxiety is your view on sex and masturbation. If you believe that this is something that is bad, this is something that is evil, you are going to be anxious all through because you're not relaxed, because you feel like you're doing something bad, you feel like you're going to get caught, you feel like you have to get punished. Sometimes you even start punishing yourself by rejecting the pleasure that you feel in that moment. The third one is the fear of pleasure. Don't laugh. A lot of us are actually afraid of pleasure. If you have been told that something that is too sweet is bad, when the thing is sweet in you, you'll be thinking that what you're doing is bad. So that is the fear of pleasure. Some women just are unable to fully let go because the thing is just too sweet. They're afraid that the thing will scatter their brain. The thing will, that's English, Nigerian English. Like, it's so nice. It is so pleasurable that you feel like you have no control anymore, that this is something that's going to consume you. And if this is something that feels so good, then it must be so bad. So your idea of what pleasure means to you can make you afraid of pleasure, that it creates some form of orgasm anxiety. So you need to keep that in mind. The next is the fear of losing control. It goes in line with even the pleasure thing, but the fear of losing control also goes beyond the fear of pleasure. So many women believe, we've been told that when they orgasm, their legs will shake. Some people feel like, oh my God, that we won't poo on the bed. I've heard some women that peed on the bed. I've heard some women that when they are doing it, their face looks somehow. So a lot of women are afraid to fully lose control because they don't know who they're going to be in those moments when they are not fully in control of what's happening. And that is the only way you can have mind-blowing sex. The name is even mind-blowing sex. It means that you have to lose control. Your mind has to be blown. You have to be fully engrossed in that. You have to let go of all those things in your mind, the need to control how you're feeling, the need to control how your body is responding to touch, and just enjoy the pleasurable sensation. The next is fear of being vulnerable. If you're a strong woman, I really want to talk about this part. It's rare. People don't talk about it, but it's there. If you are the kind of person who you're used to casual sex, friends with benefits and things like that, if you meet somebody that brings out a side of you, say you're talking about love and desire and things like that, if you mix that with sex, a lot of people are scared. So people who usually have control, when it's time for sex, they're letting go, they're enjoying everything with this their casual partner, having the time of their life. When they meet someone that they're genuinely connected to, they back away because now the sex is completely different from what they're used to. It feels like there's a different form of emotion that is involved that they're not used to, and they're scared of even letting themselves feel those things because this is new. This is something I haven't felt before. What does this say about me? What is this going to mean to us that are in this relationship? Does that mean I'm in love? And things like that. You could be afraid of being vulnerable and letting go and embracing all that variety of emotions that come with love and sex. So that's one aspect. Another is past abuse. That's the sixth one. If you have been abused before, it could be difficult for you in those moments of pleasure because what it does is that it triggers you. It reminds you of a past experience. And even when you're orgasming, you might not enjoy it because you are disassociated. What that means is that you are here, but your mind is in another place. Your body feels like it's in another place. So if you've gone through past abuse before, you can suffer from orgasm anxiety, and I'm going to highly recommend you go see a therapist, a sex therapist, a psychologist, whatever, to help you deal with that aspect of your life, because it would certainly manifest in your sexual life if you're still dealing with trauma. So what can you do? What can you do to deal with orgasm anxiety? The first one is to masturbate. It's masturbation month, so I'm going to be hammering on this, but it's incredibly important for you to be able to masturbate. Why? Because it takes away the pressure. When you have a partner, there's an extra pressure. That body, the performance anxiety comes in. The need to act a certain way, make sure that the man doesn't feel like he's not doing well. So you're mourning, even you're not sweeting you, but you're mourning. When you're masturbating, all of that is gone. There is no performance. There's no one but you. It's just you learning how to love your body. It's just you learning how to please your body. It's just you learning how to ensure that you are present during those moments. Mindful sex is the second point, which links to even what I'm talking about, bringing yourself back to that moment. You can have mindful sex with yourself or with a partner. Mindful sex, it means forgetting about orgasms in general and just enjoying what is happening at the moment, how your body is responding to that touch, how you feel when you're being touched in certain ways, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, right there. You are right there. You are not thinking of what should happen, but what is happening right now. So those are things that you can do to really help you, because if you're not worried about the journey, you can enjoy what's happening. And it's completely okay if you do not orgasm, because you don't have to orgasm in every sex for it to be pleasurable. So that's what I need women to know, that it doesn't always have to end in an orgasm for you to have a pleasurable experience. Because if you're thinking about just an orgasm, you rob yourself of all the other things that you could have benefited from that. So another one is to write things down. We call it journaling, whatever it is that you have. When you are in those moments and you realize that your mind is drifting, there are things that take you out. Ask yourself why. Well, what's making me? Because if you can't talk about these things with people, writing it is the best way. So you're writing it down. What's making me deal? What's making me drift during sex? What's wrong with me? Why am I not orgasming? What are the things regarding these points that I've written? Is it because I feel that sex is evil? Whenever I'm masturbating, I get really guilty, but when I have sex, I don't feel guilt. What does that mean? Write these things down. Writing it down allows you begin to process it. You start to unlearn shame. You start to learn different things and understand why you react a certain way. So write it down, journal it down. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me, we can book that and we can discuss this together. It's paid, please. And we can discuss this together actually. The next one is to talk to your partner. There are certain things that we say during sex that's meant to heighten the emotion. So terms like come for me, Comfort me is a very erotic thing that, can make your partner feel like, oh, I want you right now. I want you to see that I am making you feel good. But if you're already dealing with orgasm anxiety, things like comfort me, baby, can even put more pressure on you because you're like, hey, God, I'm not coming. What is wrong? So say instead of comfort me, you can tell them that I would like for you to whisper, beautiful things in my ears when we're making love or when we're having sex. I'd like for you to compliment me. I'd like for you to say you love the way my breast looks, as we're having sex. I'd like for you to kiss me, because even when you're kissing in between sex, it brings you back to the present moment. If sex is just this mechanical thing, you guys are using bad, there are no other touches, there's nothing that is bringing some form of intimacy, you can drift, your mind can go anywhere, and it will lead to orgasm anxiety. So you want to have this conversation with your partner. Things like, take all the time you want. Do you like that? Do you want me to do this? Where would you like me to touch? You know what I'm saying? So those are the things that you want to bring up with your partner. Another is breathing in. Let me tell you something. You have to learn how to breathe. I know that because, again, when you have orgasm anxiety, it means your mind is one place and your body is one place. To bring yourself back into that present moment, meditate. Meditation is a big thing, but basically just breathe in. Breathe. If you are in that erotic moment, whatever it is, if you breathe in deeply, down there, you're going to feel it down there, and it's going to calm that place. It's releasing the tension around the vagina walls for you to calm down again. If you can't do this with a partner, you want to start doing this on your own. Even breathing in during masturbation will still send that, oxygen or whatever it is, air down there to release the vaginal wall. So these are certain things that you can, do to help orgasm anxiety. But to recognize that if you have orgasm anxiety, it could be an indicator that something is wrong. It's pointing to you that you need to recognize that there's something. Maybe the first one is that the environment is not okay. In Nigeria, a lot of young people don't have their own privacy. So a lot of people end up doing quickies. And you feel like that's how it's meant to be. Maybe for you, your arousal takes a lot of time for you to get there. A quickie is not going to do anything for you. You end up even resenting it because it's as if it's only the guy that is enjoying it. So it's an indicator that something is wrong. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the environment is not good for you. Maybe you want a place that there's more privacy. Another one is not comfortable. Maybe you don't trust the person that you're with. Your senses are still very heightened. You're still in this fight or flight kind of mode. Some women who are with men that say, oh, we end up telling them that it was good that I came because I don't want him to be angry, because we don't know how he will be when you're angry. I'm telling you, because of you already believe that you can't trust that person, because you already fear impending violence, depending on if you give the wrong response, there is no way you are going to orgasm. There is no way your body is calm because it knows that you are not comfortable. You don't trust this person. That's all I have for this week's Lolo Sex Chat. I hope this has helped shed some light on certain issues that you might be dealing with that you didn't even know. Orgasm anxiety is very, very common, and I think we don't talk about it from the part of female performance and some of the issues that lead to it. We just say, men don't know how to make us orgasm. But there are certain issues that can lead to orgasm anxiety that you have to deal personally before you're even dealing with this with a partner. So that's all I have for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something as well. And don't forget to share this to a friend that you know needs to hear this as well. If you have questions, or if you want a one-on-one consultation with me to discuss certain issues that you're dealing with, or just to have someone guide you through this experience, send me a message, and of course we can book a session and have that one-on-one consultation. I can't wait to chat with you. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lolo Cynthia, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.